Hi there. Welcome to Biology 1 Lab. I'm your instructor, Dr. Julie Robinson. So my jobs at the college are many. I am the department chair for Biological and Health Sciences. I'm the program director for the Biological Sciences degree, the phlebotomy certificate, and the Healthcare Applications certificate. So what I'm going to do in this video is walk you through the syllabus just a little bit so we don't have to spend too much time in the lab going through it. And I'll give you a tour of Canvas. So our lab meets on Wednesdays from 9 to 11:30 in room 127 in the Claremont campus. That room is right across the hallway from the bookstore. So we are going to use a lab manual that was written by me and Professor Hillary Ballantyne, who is also our lab manager. You'll probably see her around. We'll give you a full color copy on the first day of lab, but you'll also be able to see this and download an electronic copy if you want one from Canvas. So the best way to contact me if you have questions or you need anything is via email. My email address is right up here. And I aim to respond to emails within about 24 to 48 hours, except Saturdays. So if you email me late on a Friday, you may not get a response back until a Monday morning. So please try to plan ahead. It's important for us to stay safe. So this semester, everybody will be wearing masks in the lab. We'll try to social distance as much as possible. And when we're working within a couple of feet of each other, or I should say less than 6 feet of each other, then we will be wearing face shields, and we'll give those to you in the lab. You'll put your name on it, and we'll store it in the lab for you so you don't have to carry it back and forth. So you need to have a functional computer and internet access because some of your assignments you'll submit on Canvas or through Canvas. You will also do a couple of lab simulations in well, they're not in Canvas, they're actually through something called Labster or Beyond Labs or SimBio. And the directions for doing that will be explicitly stated for you in Canvas. So for our lab practicals, those are going to be live in the lab on campus. For your lecture exams, you'll be using the Respondus system, and their lecture instructor, Professor Casey McCusker, will give you information about that. So live labs. I imagine most of you have probably been in a live lab at some point, but just a couple of things to make sure you're aware of those. You have to wear closed-toed shoes all the time, even when it's super sunny or like 90 degrees like it is today. If you do not wear closed-toed shoes, you cannot stay in the lab, which means that you'll lose out on the experience and you lose out on the credit as well. So I expect that when you come to lab, you will have done your pre-lab assignments, and you do have one due next Wednesday by 9 a.m. And I really mean by 9 a.m. and that you will have read the lab. You don't have to understand everything. I just want you to kind of read through the lab, scan, and get a feel for what we're doing. There's a few labs that are very process intensive, and we'll talk about those as we get to them. And I expect that you'll come to lab excited to do the lab and excited to learn and excited to work with other budding scientists. Lab attendance is mandatory. Generally, there's no makeup labs simply because of personnel and space and time issues. You will also have a post-lab assignment for most labs as well. And again, those are in the schedule that's at the end of this document, and they're in Canvas as well. So when you do online labs, we will meet via Zoom, so I can give you a little pre-lab talk, just like we'll do every single week, and then you will go off and do the labs. So just note, not every simulation is done at home. You'll do a few of them at home, you'll do a couple of them in a computer lab at school with me and your classmates. So lab practicals, I'm not sure if everybody's taken one, but if you were going to be say, a phlebotomist, your lab practical exam would be you drawing blood or you filling tubes with blood and using the appropriate tube, so doing something. The way that a lab practical works in Biology 1 is you will have to demonstrate some skills, such as how to use a microscope, or how to make a wet mount slide, or how to focus a microscope, how to use a pipette or a graduated cylinder or a beaker. So those are some of the skills that you'll have to demonstrate in a lab practical. And then other questions will be ones that ask you to apply what you learned from the lab into a question or do an analysis. Maybe you'll need to write a hypothesis or a short conclusion or discussion section. So I will post topic concentration guides for you. Those are AKA study guides for the 2 lab practicals, each of which is worth about 7.5% of your total grade. They are worth half of your cumulative lab grade. So let's go down. There's just a couple more things for me to talk to you about. Lab assignments are half of your lab grade. The lab practicals are the other half of your lab grade. Together, those 2 things make up about 30% of your overall course grade. And just as a note, if you are planning to be able to transfer your majors level courses to a 4-year degree or a different program, you want to make sure that you aim high, generally a C or better. But I think, why not aim for an A? I mean, you may not get there, but you definitely won't if you don't aim to get there. So we also have several academic services that are there to help you on your journey through your courses and your education at River Valley. And those are all outlined here and on Canvas. So one thing to note, classroom accommodations are generally, if you've had, say, an IEP or a 504 previously, or you went to a different college and you had an accommodation plan, you don't need to share that with me at the moment. You call Nicole Milo, who is at this number. She'll meet with you, she'll do the assessment, and then I get a plan that says this is what you need to help you work through our course. Down here, don't disappear. If you're having trouble, if you are a little behind, if you're completely lost, talk to me. Give me an opportunity to help you get back on track so that you can be successful. Please use your college email. From today forward, I will answer all of my emails to you, to your college email account, not personal accounts. And part of the reason for that is that sometimes emails from your personal account end up in my spam file or they don't get to me. And I want to make sure that I'm answering you and helping you in an expedient manner and that I'm actually getting your emails. As far as academic integrity goes, I take this very seriously. I trust everybody until a person proves otherwise. So my best advice is earn your A your own way. Do your own work. That's the only real way to get a fair assessment of what do you understand? What are you taking away, right? What do you need help with? Plus, there's a lot of joy in success, and success begets success. So the better you do, as you start to earn great grades and you're like, I get this, I totally get it, I love it, it's exciting, you'll do even better as you move on. So here's what our schedule looks like. So every week I'm telling you what lab we're doing, what your pre-lab work is, and what your post-lab work is. So let's go look at Canvas. So this is our Canvas course, right? So there's a few places you'll want to make sure that you go. The dashboard has the tiles or the list of all the courses that you're in that you can access. Another couple of places that are important for you are this one, which is the calendar. So here you can see assignments for our course, because I've only filtered for our course. You can see your week 1 pre-lab assignment is due right there, 9 a.m. on September 1st. And then post-lab assignments are generally due on the Tuesday night before our next lab. And that's to make sure that you're staying current and that we're safe to move on to new concepts. In a few cases, say around the holidays or when you have lab practicals, I've moved the due dates so that you're not trying to study for one lab practical. So here's an example. And learn new information at the same time. One of the other tabs over here that's really important is the inbox. So any messages sent to you within Canvas will go to the inbox, and they will usually go to your student email account as well. Get in the habit of checking your student email account every single day. Just pick a time and look at it every single day so that if you get an important announcement from an instructor or financial aid or advising, you get those in a timely manner. This is the home page in Canvas, which is going to reiterate a lot of the information that I'm saying. So this will tell you, just like the syllabus, where we meet, when we meet. Here's the syllabus that you can download for yourself. And once I'm done making this video, the link will go right in here. You will also take a syllabus quiz using your syllabus in this video. Down here, we have Smart Thinking, which is an online tutoring services that's included in your tuition, or you can ask for a tutor through RVCC. The Advising Career and Transfer Center, this is their page if you want to look at places to transfer, if you want some information about career planning. It's never too early to plan ahead. The library link is here, and then again, the accessibility services link is right here. So we're going to now go into the modules. Before I go into modules, I'll tell you 2 more things. If we meet on Zoom, all you have to do is click this link and it'll take you to a page, and you just click on the link for the Zoom room for that session. You can see your grades here. I update grades frequently, and if you notice something that looks weird with your grade, please let me know so I can double check. People gives you contact information for me and for the other students in your course, but most of where you're going to spend your time in Canvas is here in the modules. So when you come to the modules page, the first thing you need to do is read through all of the information in the Start Here module. That's this one. This prerequisite says you have to do that before you can look at this, which is the Bio 1 Lab Manual. Then, once you scroll down the page, you'll see our weekly module. So I'm just going to show you weeks 1, 2, and 3. So in week 1, right, it's a fairly simple layout. Week 1 has a pre-lab assignment and a post-lab assignment. You'll see right there, the week 1 pre-lab assignment is due on September 1st. That's Wednesday at 9 a.m. And your post-lab assignment for this lab will be due the following Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. So if you click on pre-lab assignment, it'll bring you here. And it tells you the same thing that's in the schedule in the syllabus. Read the lab and then answer these questions and bring them with you to lab. Now let's look at the post-lab assignment. So for the post-lab assignment, you will need to follow these directions to create and upload your assignment. And as you can see, it'll be run through Turnitin, which is anti-plagiarism software. So you want to doubly make sure that you are doing your own work. Once you're ready, you can either type in a box like this, or you can upload a file. So you have either option. Then you will click on the I agree, and once you have something in here, you'll have the ability to submit.